Coming to you monthly since 2010, this is the TSG Multimedia Podcast about trains, model railroading, and historic preservation. We're sponsored this month by the TSG Train Crew on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/TSG Multimedia for more information. ModelRailroadControlSystems.com, electronics for operations. The Western Pacific Railroad Museum, WPLives.org. Podomatic.com, a podcast hosting and distribution platform. If you'd like to sponsor this program, please email podcast@tsgmultimedia.com.
Welcome to the first TSG Multimedia podcast for 2026. I'm John, and I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. In this program, we're going to cover 2025 in review, as well as some of the changes coming to the channel for 2026. Now, before we do that, I want to bring your attention to the names scrolling past on the screen. These are the names of our supporters on Patreon. They provide additional funding for the channel that helps us get out to the places where we find some of the best stories in the modeling and preservation communities. If you're able and willing, it can be as little as $2 a month. Now, I realize that doesn't sound like much, but when you add it all up, it helps a lot. Our supporters see almost everything before the general public, and in some cases, they get behind-the-scenes stuff that no one else gets. You can find out more at patreon.com/TSG Multimedia. If you can't do that, just take a moment to comment and share the content that you like the most. That also helps, and it's free to do that. So let's get started. January was pretty light in 2025, but we did get to document the layout Frank Markovich built at his house in Belmont. This was great because Frank's layout had been on my radar to record for a long time. Well, we finally got to do it because Frank was moving out of the area, so we can add this to the list of fallen flag model railroads we've covered here on the channel. February was a bit busier with the Bay Area Layout Design and Operations Weekend, op sessions, a couple of train shows, and a how-to project where I built and upgraded a covered hopper. March included some grand-scale fun from Reedley, as well as a bunch of op sessions, and our hybrid regional NMRA convention that TSG Multimedia produced for the members who could not be there. Sadly, the organizer for this year's PCR convention intentionally chose not to do a hybrid event, so a lot of people who would like to be included will get no benefit at all from the convention. I think it's a shame that our region lets this happen when we have the means to do it and the net cost is less than zero. As a matter of fact, with one exception, every year we've done a hybrid convention, it ended up being a net positive for the overall event, both in terms of finances and in terms of serving our members. It seems to me that anyone wanting to organize a regional convention should be required by the region to offer it as a hybrid model so that we can serve our members much better than we do by intentionally excluding them like we're doing this year. April saw a train show at Hiller Aviation Museum and more op sessions. In May, we really started to get busy with the Tuolumne Historical Weekend and O-Scale West. It was my first time attending O-Scale West, and of course we documented the event for the channel. At the end of May and beginning of June, the annual YV Weekend event took us to the Sierra foothills to do some industrial archaeology along the old Yosemite Valley Railroad right-of-way. And also, it included a visit to the Knight Foundry, which is another one of those places that I've had on my radar to check out. I also took a chasing trains trip out to Railtown 1897, and toward the end of the month, we went to Southern California to document Mike Osborne's layout. While we were there, we also recorded a video about railroader hand signals with Mike and his other friend Mike Jarrell, at the Saugus Depot. This was definitely one of the highlights of the year. I helped out at the annual open house for the San Benito Southern Garden Railroad in July, and also started production on a video about the operations of the beach train that runs from Roaring Camp in Felton down to the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. We got to operate at John Zock's Sierra 1955 layout for the first time, and at the end of the month, I went chasing trains with some of the old Fern Creek and Western crew up at the Yosemite Mountain Sugar Pine Railroad. In August, we had a nice op session at Glenn Sutherland's Sierra 1923 layout, another day out recording the beach train. In September, we produced the hybrid portion of the joint convention that was held for the Western Pacific and the Rio Grande Historical Societies up in Sacramento. I went back to the Sacramento area for a Chasing Trains episode that included a visit to the Nevada County Narrow Gauge Railroad, another place I've had on my radar for a long time. At the end of the month, we documented the first ever THRA steam excursion with Sierra No. 3 doing the honors. While there, we were invited to document the photo special that Railtown 1897 was putting on the next evening, so we chased the train during the day and then rode it during the evening. In October, we documented another layout that I've been wanting to make a video of. This one was built by Richard Eberly, and it included other people that we met when we filmed at the West Bay Lines Club in Menlo Park a couple years ago. Bridging the end of October and the start of November, we got to travel to the Reno area for an annual Model Railroad Open House Weekend event that my friend Mike Cohen told me about a while back. While we were there, we saw some really cool layouts and got to hang out with Mike and Ethan Doty, and it was excellent to spend some time with them on a picture-perfect weekend. Later that month, I recorded a couple videos about toy trains with my friend Kevin Hill, who likes to install Blue Nami decoders in his S-gauge trains. Yeah, you heard that right. He puts real decoders in what we call toy trains. Not only does it improve the performance, but it also adds some great light and sound functionality to the models. So, of course, we made a how-to video about that, and while we were at it, we recorded a layout tour of Kevin's S-gauge toy train layout that's built on a ping-pong table, and that was my special gift to you on December 25th. That brings us to December. I'm here with my friend Robin, and we did a recording of a diorama that he built for a contest. Now, I can't show you the diorama because the contest hasn't happened yet, and we would like to save that for after the contest. But I can show you a diorama that Robin built for last year's contest.
Yes.
And before I started the camera, Robin was asking me what to talk about, and this is what to talk about. Tell people about the contest.
Sure. South Bay Historical Railroad Society, for its members, has a 1-foot square diorama contest to help each of the members show off their modeling skills.
Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof.
That would be if I entered it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you are sort of a member, but I guess we'll let you enter, I guess. And
I'm not going to build.
There are prizes for winning. Last year was the first one, and they decided to do it again this year. The contest will actually be available for the public to view the different dioramas starting the 17th of January.
Oh, so later this month. Excellent. This is coming out January the 1st.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I be honest with you, I don't know how long they're going to be available for viewing. Couple of weeks at least, maybe a month, I don't know. And then they'll actually hold the contest and post the rewards. But my entry, which you will see in sometime in February, or if you come down to the depot and see it, the actual thing in person, will be available.
I thought you were going to say we'll win first prize.
Well, I don't care. I had fun doing it.
Yeah, we don't want to put the cart before the horse here, right?
I like modeling scenes and working with my hands.
Yeah.
So this is representative of the work I do. I'm not a master modeler, but, I think I do pretty good.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, you've already won the contest because you had fun building the diorama.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the real win that you get. So,
that's right.
Yeah. So that is going to be a video, probably, like he said, in February sometime. And I would encourage people to come down to the SBHRS on our open days,
which is Tuesday evenings and Saturdays, to view these dioramas. Last time I saw the list, there's about 6 or 7 people who are doing them.
Cool.
We'll see what actually shows up, but they've signed up to do them.
Well, I can say after seeing what you've done that even just coming down to see yours is probably worthwhile.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so come down to SBHRS sometime if you want more information about SBHRS. It's the website probably is the best way, sbhrs.org.
Yes.
Thanks for having me over today.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I decided I could put up with you for another hour session or two.
We don't have any fun, do we?
No, it's never fun with you. It does help if you hit record. I don't know why, but
yeah, we recorded a whole segment and I had forgotten to hit record. So thanks for reminding me about that.
Yeah, you need help.
We've come out to the SBHRS today because Sydney had some volunteer stuff to do. And as I'm here, I noticed that Robin, who was just at his place yesterday doing a video about his diorama, you may remember, we just talked about that a minute ago. He's over here working on the layout, so I'm going to see if I can get him to talk about what he's doing.
Did you ask my permission? Have I signed a
release? Yes.
I don't think so.
We'll send you a check later.
Worry, Robin, you're going to be famous.
Yeah, right.
That's what he's afraid of. The cops might find him. We're at the Santa Clara Caltrain station today, and we're going to be going to San Francisco to check out the San Francisco Railway Museum. I've been wanting to go there for a long time, so this ought to be a very interesting time. The train we're taking is now approaching, so we'll be boarding onto that train, and after that, we ride to San Francisco. This is a look at the station at Millbrae. This is where Caltrain has a connection with BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit. BART goes into an underground tunnel here, which you'll probably see the portal to here in just a second. Yep, there it is. South San Francisco almost always has freight equipment parked nearby. Today is no exception. Wow, that's a lot of wood.
Please be prepared to exit when the train comes to a complete stop and the doors open. Check around your seat and the overhead luggage rack for your personal belongings and dispose of all trash. Watch your step when leaving the train, and on behalf of our entire crew, thank you for choosing Caltrain.
Hi, so we made it to our destination, the San Francisco Railway Museum, and I'm here with my new friend Allison, who's the museum manager here. And Allison, thanks for having us. And what would you tell 71,000 subscribers on YouTube about your museum if you had a couple minutes to do so?
It's a fun place to come. I'm speaking to you from inside of our recreated car 105, which is a 1911 streetcar with all hand controls. And when you come to visit us, we'll show you how to operate 1911 style. It's quite a creation here. It's all authentic, absolutely built to scale. This is one of the high points of our museum. But as you look around to see other things that are really interesting, lots of history on the walls. We have a really nice little gift shop. We have lots of small artifacts in our display cases, and lots of information about how our electric transit works in San Francisco.
Exhibits on the wall and under the exhibit center on the wall are pretty amazing. There's a lot to look at. It looks to me like there's a ton to learn, and we're going to come back here and do a fuller scale video about what's here. But yeah, this is really cool. How can people learn more about it?
We have a website, streetcar.org, and if you go to streetcar.live, if you're interested in what's going on out on the street, we call those our museums in motion. Those are our just the historic fleet on the F line. Streetcar.live is literally live, so you can watch the streetcars traveling around on the F line every time.
And there are really cool pieces of equipment that drive past here all day long. I've been watching them as we were hanging out here. It's pretty cool. We're leaving the museum now, but I wanted to tell you before we go, it's kind of tucked away and you might not see it, but if you know it's here, it's worth coming to. And the best part about it, I think, if you're into rail fanning stuff or traction or whatever, is that those vintage streetcars come through right here. And that's really cool. They have kind of a small space, but they have jam-packed it with tons and tons of artifacts and a whole lot of information. There's a lot to learn here. And this is a view from what was behind me when I was just talking. That's the ferry building. So you can come down to the ferry building and make it a stop to go into the railway museum as well. We're now walking back to Caltrain in front of Oracle Park. That's where the San Francisco Giants play. You might have heard of them, Major League Baseball team. But I wanted to mention that it's really not that far to go to the San Francisco Railway Museum from the Caltrain station. It's less than a 2-mile walk, and most of it's along the waterfront, which is pretty nice.
Please do not place your bags or feet on the seats. Caltrain asks you to keep track of your belongings.
And this is where we started off today. Had a great time and really appreciated the invitation to come up to the San Francisco Railway Museum. It was nice to spend some time in San Francisco. You know, we live close to San Francisco, but almost never go there. And it made me want to go there more often. And we'll be back to do sort of a longer form video about that museum. It was a really, really cool place with a lot of very interesting history preserved in it. This is Dave Loveless's R&D. It's a Southern Pacific-based operating railroad that depicts the Monterey and San Jose and Watsonville area, Salinas, that area. And I'm working a sugar beet job here, and I'm stopped at a place called Sargent.
And one of the cool things about this layout is it's an area that I live in. So I pass this siding on the way here when I drive here. So I was just here in real life. And that sugar beet loader is still there. It's in really bad condition, but it is still there. I'm doing a job here for the first time called the Pacific Grove Turn, and it works this area called Cannery Row. And Tom, who designed this, I have a message for you. That I have judged it harshly and unfairly before I actually did it. It actually was easy to work, and the problems I thought I would have, never having done it before, I didn't have any of those problems. I could see everything. It was easy to understand, and it went fine. So, Tom, this one's for you. Thanks, man. Great job. Well, we're just wrapping up here at Dave's. There's Charlie. He's been putting the B in BLT for a long time.
Oh, are you photobombing?
Ouch.
I'm photobombing.
Oh, do you want to be famous? That's Mark. He brings his power to these things. They run like Swiss watches.
This is scary.
Hey, Charlie, you're showing me the side.
Yeah, you look. Wait, I thought you were. I thought he was facing the camera already. we don't have any fun at these things. Just I want to assure you, it's all hard work and no fun at all. But as I was saying,
Accident.
Oh, is there an accident?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, I better go take a look at this.
He put it back on.
What was the accident, Charlie, that you're fixing with your 050 hand now?
Because you were schmoozing. I just didn't.
It was my fault.
Of course, it's never my fault.
It was my fault that you messed up.
I ran down the spur instead of the main here and knocked something off the rails.
Oh no, it's a tragedy.
Who am I? Monterey County is 44.
Ask John if he's going to tell him about the guy he killed while running the trains today.
What? I have never done anything like that.
Yes, you did. You killed a flagman.
I've never run over a flagman before, ever, in my whole life.
Doesn't happen, right?
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I've never killed a flagman ever. It just has never happened. They're making stuff up. But I wanted to mention that this was the last op session, I think, for me for the year. And it's been a really fun time today. I actually did a job, as I mentioned earlier, that I've never done before. And that was pretty cool. And then, of course, the regular ribbing that goes on is always fun. So I got to see some people and wish everybody happy holidays, which, it was a good day. So that's it from the R&D. Thank you very much, Dave, for another great session. And we will catch everybody on the next update. Hi, it's December 17th, and we just finished the Talking Trains show. And for this show, I had these two guys that are on screen with me, Murph and Seth, as well. Murph is the regular co-host, and Seth was a guest co-host because these guys know all about airbrushing, and that's what we talked about. And I learned a lot. Like I've always been kind of like, I don't know, not scared, but hesitant about those sort of gravity feed things because they have the little cup on top of the airbrush that I'm afraid I would set it down and it would tip over and make a mess. But I learned from Murph that they have little holders that you can put those things on. And of course it makes sense. Of course you would. Did you learn anything, Seth? Or, other than how to spray paint your face?
I always learn from talking to Murph. He's got great ideas.
Well, he told me he always learns from talking to you.
Yeah.
Well,
so if you guys just talk to each other, you'll be really smart.
we will be.
We will be.
And if I talk to you guys, I'll learn things too, which I will promptly forget because my memory sucks.
Actually, today I learned from Seth about the all-in-one contained airbrush thing, which sounds like it would be really handy for a lot of uses on the layout.
What did you learn, Seth?
Well, I have a bunch of construction equipment I've been meaning to weather at my Kaiser Sand and Gravel scene, and I saw some great things on Murph's Warhammer tank that I've got to try.
Oh, there you go. So, in case you're interested in seeing that, well, it's on the replay in perpetuity on YouTube, and it was a great show, and thank you guys very much for agreeing to do it. I had a lot of fun.
I've mentioned in the past that we like to find excuses to hang around with folks from the Fern Creek and Western Garden Railroad, which is a model railroad that I covered for years and years. And when Eric Child, the person who owned the property that the railroad was on, died, then we don't have a place or an excuse to hang out anymore. So we find excuses to hang around. And a couple of them this year were Chasing Trains episodes. And every December, we come up to or down to Santa Cruz and come out here to look at the Holiday Lights Train or New Year's Lights Train. And that's what we're doing tonight. So I'm out in the place that we go for that. I forget the name of this place. It's some beer place. It's not a bar though. Oh, Woodhouse, that's what it's called. So we're at the Woodhouse. The crew's back there. And the train's going to be by any time now.
No. They're ready. Oh, yeah, because Dan Hey! What gives? Hey. Get a job! You're going the wrong way! You're drunk. How do you know where I'm going? That's David Waterman. Really? Yeah. Whoa. Okay, now we'll stop flipping them off. Yeah. Flip off the They got the plans.
Stop making me laugh. I'm shaking my camera.
Maybe we'll see Gary. Oh, yeah, that's Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Are the hula hoopers there? There's Gary. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary. Gary. There you go. I never want to hide from there. I don't see the hula hoopers. The hoopin' honeys. The hoopin' honeys. Hoopin' honeys. Oh, I like the hats. This is a much different tree. They look like they're on fentanyl. I don't know. I think Oregon Coast Scenic Railroad would love to have a train like that. Are there any fires or lights? I don't see any this time. I don't see any probably. There they are. That's what I heard, yeah. Oh, there they are. There's the hooping. Charlie's running it back. Oh, I see. There they are. Oh, yeah? Hey! 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 Charlie!
So that was half the fun. And now the train returns. And we're about to see the train shoving backwards. So, you know, it's not great foaming, but like I said before, it's an excuse to hang out with your friends. And that's what this is.
And now for the catches of the month. Mike Cohen caught WP SW 1500 number 1503 moving the Santa train on December 19th at the Western Pacific Railroad Museum in Portola, California. Jim Bartolotta caught the Coast Starlight on December 5th of 2025. Check out that lead unit. Chris Half took this shot of the Niles Canyon Railway's Holiday Lights train at Sunol Depot on December 22nd. Excellent shot, Chris. And finally, Ray Swift sends in what might be the catch of the year. It's a Union Pacific auto rack train with an amazing sunset sky taken in Fremont, California back in July. Thanks for all the great catches. If you have a train or model catch you'd like to share, please email it to podcast@tsgmultimedia.com. Be sure you own the shots and include the what's, whens, and wheres of the shots you send in. Just a quick reminder that the Bay Area Layout Design and Operations Weekend event happens at the end of this month. It's a great chance to try your hand at model railroad operations without worrying that you might mess something up. And if you can't come in person, we are also providing a virtual alternative. Now, you won't get to try the ops, but you can certainly enjoy some of the excellent presentations and the camaraderie with other virtual attendees. Something else that's great about these virtual events that I produce is that we have the presentations available to paid attendees, usually for about a month after the event, so that way you're sure not to miss anything. Go to bayldops.com for more information and to sign up. You'll be glad you did. So every December, I analyze data and update our procedures here on the channel, which means creating new intros and end segments for all the programs. And this year, I'm going to try a slightly different schedule that posts videos about 3 p.m. Pacific time. I've been publishing at 9 a.m. for almost 20 years, so it'll be a change that I'm kind of hesitant to make, but I have an analytics tool that says posting later in the day will provide the viewers with a much better opportunity to see the content that we share here. Also, all the feature content that appears here on Saturdays will be presented in 4K ultra high definition without the watermark for the Patreon supporters. This is a feature I've had viewers on the regular channel requesting for a long time, and as the years have gone by, I've decreased the size and opacity of the watermark a lot. I might try removing it entirely someday, but in case you haven't noticed, I'm very protective of my intellectual property rights. I only placed that stupid watermark, which I hate, by the way. I only placed it on my videos to discourage content theft, and it has worked extremely well. So if you like the content but want it without the watermark, sign up for Patreon. The content is worth the price, especially when you consider you can sign up for as little as $2 a month. Now, before I go, I want to mention that the Western Pacific Museum in Portola sponsored the podcast for 2026. We have some tentative plans to provide some special coverage of happenings up in Portola as part of our working relationship with them, so stick around for that. And since I'm on the topic, I also want to thank Model Railroad Control Systems for their support as well. I'm including links to all of our sponsors in every podcast so that you can check out what they offer. Just look at the written description for those convenient links. The description is on your computer. It's below the video. I think we're really privileged to be able to meet so many nice people doing what we do here. We've documented a ton of very interesting things and preserved a lot of equally interesting history. We've also made so many great friends along the way that I can't imagine doing anything else or liking anything else more. So thank you very much for that. If you enjoy what we do here, be sure to subscribe, share the videos with your friends, and comment as often as you can. These things will help others find us, and they're all free to do. Of course, if you can, join the TSG train crew as well. So anyway, thanks so much for watching and listening. Happy New Year, and I'll see you all next time.
TSG train crew members get behind-the-scenes access and sneak previews in 4K ultra-high definition. Go to patreon.com/TSG Multimedia for more information.